make you masters of the world? The people answered, I am. Stop thinking and believe in me, Bella Mussolini, and I will restore the glory that was lost. The people answered, Luce, Luce. Stop thinking and follow your God Emperor, cried the Japanese warlords. And Japan will rule the world. And the people answered, Banzai, Banzai.
Many deeds to do, there's knots to be unraveled, for the darkness falls on you, and the pieces of the puzzle fall right into place. In the ashes and the rubble lies a picture of his face, and he's talking to you and me. And here's what he wants us to be: a good little soldier.
Stop thinking and believe in me, Bella Mussolini, and I will restore the glory that was lost. The people answered, Luce, Luce.
There are many ways of hating and many things to hate, and it feels like we've been waiting for a voice to set us straight. 'Cause we need a common devil, an enemy for all, foreign looking and disheveled, and not like us at all. And he's talking to you and me. And here's what he wants us to be: good little soldier, good little soldier.
It's not demanding anything of you. It's in fact, it's sort of soothing you. It's trying to soothe you in a way that's different than the compulsory movement from the previous song that's getting you up. This is almost like kind of hypnotizing you to it's not trying to be overt because we all want to know that we're good, right? We want to be told that we've done a good job. But there's this other side of it where come follow me and I will make you fishers of men is not as compelling as come follow me and we'll master the world. So there's this pretty strong dichotomy. And then good little soldier versus good and faithful servant. Right? Like we want to know that we've done good. We want to do what the master says.
Yeah.
Right? We want to know that. And we're so drawn to pleasing something big.
They're banking on people to go, it's not my problem. They're not us. This will all blow over when they're gone. And that's not how it works.
Like there are many things to hate, or many ways to hate. Just kind of like it feels so much of that energy that brings about stuff like this is like it just there's still so many things. It's like I feel like we should be further along than we are, but there are so many things. It's like that people legitimately or illegitimately, whatever. It's like it just like it truly brings this like deep anger feeling that all it takes is just little bit of propaganda, a little bit of advertising, and it just like boosts, and it's so easy to separate huge chunks of people for like anything, like many ways.
Heather Cox Richardson, I don't know if you know who that is, but she's a historian and she writes. Yeah, she said something on Saturday in her column or her Substack, and she said that I just want to read this one paragraph. They were talking about the detention centers, and this was in Germany after World War II. The U.S. Army brought the leading citizens of Ohrdruf to tour the facility, a concentration camp, which turned out to be part of the Buchenwald network of concentration camps. A U.S. Army colonel told the German civilians who viewed the scenes without muttering a word that they were to blame. One of the Germans replied that what happened in the camp was done by a few people, and you cannot blame us at all. And the American, who could have been any one of our grandfathers, said, this was done by those that the German people chose to lead them and are all responsible.
People are getting arrested who are citizens, and people are getting pulled out of their homes in the middle of the night, without warrants. ICE is breaking into homes, and it's all just racial profiling. We're not even going after they're not even going after necessarily people with criminal records. They're just going after anybody pulling out of your car that isn't white.
Any hate group, any Ku Klux Klan or any other kind of group that becomes your identity. That like he says, there are many ways of hating and many things to hate.
We talk of a common devil being the criminals, specifically the criminal migrants that we are supposedly trying to get out of here. Okay. A lot of Hispanics are like, okay, sounds fair to us because we're getting a bad rap, right? And now you have a lot of them that are going, wait a second, this is not what we agreed upon. And but a lot of them appear to be turning their back on the administration because they're like, no, this was not the agreement we had.
But
there was that common devil and taking that. Right, it was. In my brain, it was. But like, we got to find, like Brian said, we got to find that common common denominator that everybody agrees upon is nobody wants violent criminals on the street. And so we're able to get people together with that, but then really maybe the goal is a little bit more broad than that, and hopefully people are opening their eyes to that. So he's writing these songs before what we're dealing with today, like 20 plus years before, and or approximately 20 years before. And it's the fact that my brain immediately doesn't go to, Nazi propaganda or Mussolini or Japan or whatever. My brain doesn't go to that. My brain goes to what is happening today. And I find that a little frightening, frankly.
This business that Stephen Miller got up this last week and said it's all about power, and we have it and you don't, so we're going to tell you what to do. Well, we'll just talk like the American narrative, right? I mean, there's some friends on the left that are like going, yeah, well, when I say on the left, they're was America really any good ever, really, right? Well, and there's a lot of truth to that. Like, were we always self-dealing? Is this thing that Stephen Miller said always been kind of true? And I have to say, yeah, right. And there's a part of us that didn't that was trying hard not to let that be the truth, right? I mean, that's sort of the human dilemma. Yeah, we're all assholes. Could any one of us be capable of? Yes, absolutely. I think that's an oversimplification from the left that wants to kind of pretend that those people are bad and evil, but we're not. We're the good guys. We would never do that. And I think any one of us is capable of doing that, right? Like we're all human. We have great capacity to do both good and evil, and it's complicated. And I think that the United States has been held in check by its aspirations. It refused to be the bad guy until now, right? And it got its hand in the cookie, caught so often with its hand in the cookie jar. We have such a horrible racist past. I mean, there's some really horrible things, but we do have this aspiration to not be the bad guy. And now we're like, we don't care. And all hell breaks loose.
January 6th, Brian. That is all that was going through my head the whole time I was listening to that song. And let's just get everybody stirred up because he's talking to you, he's talking to me, and we're gonna be little soldiers at this moment. Literally, that was all that could go through my head.
They did a good job making us paranoid of our own neighbors and then pitting us human to human, their nationality or wherever it could be from. It's kind of like, trading one religion for another. You're like shamed and excluded if you don't have that nationality badge of some kind, and then they just use it against you kind of thing. It's crazy to me that you can, I mean, there's a huge lack of empathy in this case. So it's just kind of like, you look over and they're like, this is your enemy now. They're taking this from you. They're taking that from you. You should hate them. And you're just like, man, it's crazy. You can't even just pull a little wool over your eyes. I mean, a veil or whatnot. And be like, yeah, that's a brother, that's a sister, that's your mother. It's crazy that we lack that much understanding and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's bizarre to me. It's true. So.
When he talks about foreign people, I mean, that to me, I was like, well, that's I read somewhere, was it today, that when Donald Trump talked about deportations, that there were two people that he sort of spoke to. And the one was the group of people who wanted all the bad illegals out. That, he's going to deport all the criminals. Great, right? Like 2 million, even though
our entire prison population in the United States is not even that much. But then there is the other group where he promised 20 million deportations. And they were as many, but that 20 million counted on the 2 million being dumb enough to support it because they wanted the bad ones out. I was like, that one, like, that was the good little soldiers. Those are the ICE goons that we're dealing with, who've been promised to be masters of their domain and to rule the world. And you talk about January 6th, that the Venn diagram of January 6 rioters and ICE goons is a one circle diagram. I'm almost willing to take it to the bank.
Facebook, the best posts are the ones that are rage inducing. That's like that's the absolute most engagement, because like it's one of the easiest emotions to get at. It's just like it's right there. It's like it's much harder to have empathy and find love that like takes like internal mechanisms working and being like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, as opposed like hate's just easy. It just and it's extremely engaging, and people are like, I want to rag on that. Like it's such an easy, just on the surface touch point, it feels like.
That devil line is very similar to what the witch from Into the Woods says, which is, call me the witch. Everybody always wants to find that scapegoat where we can say there's where the trouble is. But life doesn't actually fall into that kind of binary. Everything is so much more nuanced. I don't think there is no devil. There's people who are varying degrees of flawed, I think.
Immigrants in this country are statistically far less likely to commit any kind of crime, let alone a violent crime, than the standard white person. White male person, particularly. They are far less likely to commit a crime of any variety, let alone a violent one. But we will not stop the data from our racism.